Today we're going to talk about how to improve your speaking skill, how to improve your listening skill, and how to improve your vocabulary at the same time. But other than those topics, also we're going to talk about something that I find so important, and that is the mistakes. When I was trying to learn English, I was making so many mistakes. Because of those mistakes, I failed to learn English many times. And if someone had told me like, hey man, you're making this mistake, don't make this mistake because of these mistakes, you're not going to be able to learn English. Nobody told me that I was making those mistakes because many of my friends, they were making the same mistakes when it comes to learning English. Last time I came across this video on YouTube, I learned Italian in 7 days.
This week, I'm going to see if I can become fluent in Italian. Here is how I plan to do this. Stage 1. It's important to hit the ground running, so the place to start is with the top 1,000 words. The way I'm going to do this is by writing down the 1,000 words on this notepad and reviewing the list over and over again.
Okay. Let me tell you something here. I just want to have your full attention. I just want you to pay attention to this part very carefully because this is like the most vital part of this video. If you really want to learn English, if you really want to truly learn English, you should never try to learn words. I know it sounds so weird. I know you're like right now, dude, what are you talking about? Let me explain it. Do you see that? Book Thief, The Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and also right here. This is like the Turkish version of The Lord of the Rings. Okay, many years ago, before I found the right method for learning English, I was making mistakes, and it was trying to learn vocabulary. I always thought that learning vocabulary, improving your vocabulary, you can improve your English. But the problem is, do you see those things? Okay, let me show you that. The Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring. It's just a piece from the book. And also Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, okay? The Book Thief, do you see that, guys? Right here, the Book Thief. And also there is this Turkish version of this book, Kitap Hırsızı. Okay? So on purpose, I bought the Turkish version of this book and English version of this book. So I thought, I can translate them. That's why, reading those two books in Turkish version and English version, I could improve my vocabulary. So that's why I can improve my English. So as you can see right here, would like, Islamic, truthfulness, attempting, cheerful, topic, whole. As you can see, guys, there was like so many vocabulary that I didn't know. And let me tell you something. Those methods, those things, those scripts, those list of words that I wrote down in order to improve my English, learn English with those methods, like writing down all of those words that I didn't know, basically trying to learn vocabulary, basic vocabulary, I ended up failing. I ended up giving up. I didn't improve my English with those methods. This is just a trash. This has nothing to do with learning English. Just a trash, guys. Just a trash. Okay, guys, so bear with me because I want to understand this part very clearly. I'm trying to explain to you here why you shouldn't learn words, why you shouldn't memorize words. There is so many people in the world who knows English. Maybe you understand everything you listen to, you're able to understand everything that you read, you're good at reading, you're good at listening. But when it comes to speaking, you can't speak, right? So remember, when you start to learn any kind of language, your first goal is speaking, right? If you know me, if you watch my other videos, you know that I learned English with friends, with the script methods, and then House of Cards, etc. Okay, these are my scripts. I learned English with script methods. I explained it in another video. Anyways, Keystone State, or Keystone State means Pennsylvania. As for me, I'm just a lowly House Majority Whip, or
as for me, I'm just a lowly House Majority Whip.
Municipal issue.
It's a local municipal issue.
State Department.
We need you there more than we need you in the State Department.
There is like so many words, political words, business words, and basically I improved my vocabulary while I was repeating those lines. Basically, I didn't specifically focus on those words. I just improved my vocabulary while I was repeating those lines. My purpose was always to improve my speaking skill, always to practice my speaking. You should never stop speaking. And while you're speaking, you should make sure that you learn new words.
The way I'm going to do this is by writing down the 1,000 words on this notepad and reviewing the list over and over again. And I'm also going to record myself speaking the words and their translations. Road, strada, perhaps, and listen to that while I do stuff like exercise.
Another problematic thing here is when you listen to, let's say Cambridge Dictionary, you're learning English with Cambridge Dictionary, they're robots, right?
Right.
You can look up and listen to their pronunciation, but the problem is, if you try to learn every single word's pronunciation with these methods, you're not going to be improving your listening skill. Because when it comes to, listening, native speakers, when they speak, they connect words, okay? They don't speak in a robotic way, right? Let's say I'm going to work with this video, okay? Look at that.
I don't know if you've seen
embarrassing photos out there, yeah.
It's kind of, but I mean, no, I like this. This is, I don't know if you saw this photo here.
Visuals.
This is you. It looks like you're falling. It's like you were dropped from the rafter.
Oh, I love Margot Robbie. Anyways, basically, look at that, guys. This is the script, and I'm gonna repeat those lines. I'm gonna go over these lines again and again. First of all, I wanna say, do you live in New York? I wish I still lived in New York. First of all, I just wanna say, do you live in New York? I wish I still lived in New York.
Do you live in New York?
I wish I still lived in New York. No.
So I repeat those lines again and again without looking at the text. Okay, this is the first thing I do. The second thing is, now I'm gonna go on a walk. I listen to that script. Basically, I'm gonna see every single word in a context with the right pronunciation in a spoken English, and also I'm gonna be getting familiar with American accent and British Australian accents. Okay, so basically, this is how I improve my speaking skill, listening skill, vocabulary, and everything. Let's go on a walk. Hi guys, it's very windy today. So right now I listen to Margot Robbie and Jimmy Fallon. So basically I'm on a walk right now, and I'm gonna walk for like 30 minutes or 40 minutes, and I'm gonna listen to it again and again. And when I get home, I'm gonna start to work on it. I really wanna improve my Australian accent. Like, I really want to be able to understand Australian accent all the time. If you want to get familiar with any kind of accent, what I would suggest you listen to it again and again, you replay it again and again, and then you get the scripts and you work on those scripts, okay? Always have to focus on speaking, okay, not listening. While you're improving your speaking skill, make sure that you're learning new vocabulary, and also you're improving your listening skill, okay? This is the way of improving your listening skill, because you repeat those lines, and then when you listen to it, you notice those little nuances, like how they pronounce it, how Margot Robbie is pronouncing those words in Australian accents, because right now when I go over those lines, I repeat those lines, but when I listen to Margot Robbie, I'm gonna realize that and what kind of differences Australian accent has, okay? If you're living on your own, in this room, in a room, and if you're trying to learn English on your own, if you don't have any communication with people who speak English, or then it all comes down to this method, my methods, okay? Yeah, okay, let's get into the plot twist of this video. Hey guys, do you see that? I learned Italian in 7 days, so okay, this is the plot twist. So this week I'm gonna see if I can become fluent in Italian. Is that possible? Look, the truth is, I think the way foreign languages are taught in a school is joke. Alright, so what I was doing is, like, when I watched this video, I was in it was like during pandemic, I guess. And I was like, dude, for instance, instead of watching this video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the script, I'm gonna start to repeat his lines, first of all with the text, and then without looking at the text, I'm gonna work on it, and this is how I'm gonna improve my speaking skill with YouTube.